Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is a beautiful, crisp Thursday, and if you ask me, there is absolutely nothing better than diving deep into the latest Fairmont Crest family drama with a hot cup of coffee in hand. We have some explosive business tension to unpack today, so grab a seat, get comfortable, and let us get right into the thick of it. Let me tell you, if there is one thing I have learned from watching the power dynamics in this gated community, it is that business and family blood do not just mix, they collide like a freight train. Right now, in a completely different sector of Fairmont Crest, away from the hospital alarms and the stalking nightmares, we have Kat and Chelsea marching up to Anita with what they think is a brilliant business proposition. They are absolutely buzzing with excitement, ready to launch a brand new, highly anticipated handbag design for their fashion line. They have the sketches, they have the vision, and they have the name, the Nikki. Now, if you ask me, the sheer audacity or perhaps the sheer ignorance of pitching that specific name to the matriarch of the family is mind-boggling. I mean, did they really think this through? Because the second that name left their lips, the temperature in the room plummeted. You see, to the outside world, Nikki might just sound like a chic, modern, punchy name for a luxury leather tote. But in this family, that name is practically a curse word. Why? Because Nikki is the exact condescending nickname that Leslie uses to refer to Nicole. Yes, that Leslie. The same woman who has been a constant thorn in the family's side, running the free clinic, crashing press conferences, and aggressively flirting with Ted while completely disrespecting everyone's boundaries. Leslie uses that nickname as a weapon, a subtle little dig to undermine Nicole's authority and dignity. So for Kat and Chelsea to take that specific moniker and try to stamp it in gold foil on a luxury handbag, it is not just tone deaf. It is a direct insult to the family's history. I honestly cannot fathom how they missed the glaring red flags here. And Anita? Oh, Anita was not having a single second of it. Her reaction was instantaneous and fierce. She immediately shut down the idea, looking at these two young women and asking bluntly, "Daughter, are you trying to get disowned?" That right there is why I have so much respect for Anita. Despite the fact that her health has been incredibly fragile lately, let us not forget she just fought a terrifying battle with breast cancer and was only recently declared cancer-free after a lumpectomy and grueling radiation. She still steps up as the ultimate gatekeeper of this family's honor. She is exhausted. She has been through hell and back, yet she refuses to let her family's internal tensions be commodified or mocked. Anita is trying to hold the center together, standing firmly between her relatives to keep things from spiraling completely out of control. But this entire fiasco over the handbag name is really just the tip of the iceberg, guys. If you look closely, this is not just about a poorly chosen product name. It is a glaring symptom of a much larger, much more dangerous disease infecting their brand. Chelsea and Kat are facing a massive fundamental crisis regarding how to balance their business identity with their deeply messy personal controversies. Ever since the tornado, the devastating destruction, and the absolute circus surrounding Bill and his current wife, Haley, Chelsea has been losing her grip on how the public perceives her. Her life is a whirlwind of suspicion, investigations, and family trauma, and instead of shielding her brand from it, she is leaning into it. Let us really analyze Chelsea's mindset here, because it is fascinating from a psychological standpoint. Chelsea is looking at the chaos surrounding her family, the rumors, the infidelities, the near fatal medical emergencies, and she is seeing dollar signs. She has realized the raw, unfiltered power of public attention. In her mind, the more controversy there is, the more people are talking. And if people are talking, they are clicking on their website. She is adopting this highly toxic, modern day reality television approach to marketing where all press is good press. When she took her private family issues and broadcasted them on a live stream, it was a deliberate move to monetize the drama. She thinks that by feeding the public's insatiable appetite for scandal, she can catapult their brand into the stratosphere. On the complete opposite side of the spectrum, we have Kat. Now, Kat has been going through her own intense personal struggles. Ever since she donated her liver to save Eva, she has been exhibiting some seriously erratic behavior, impulsively buying luxury real estate, rejecting public marriage proposals, and stalking people across town. But when it comes to the business, Kat is surprisingly traditional. She is terrified of Chelsea's strategy. Kat believes, and I completely agree with her on this, that you cannot build a respected, high-end luxury fashion house on the foundation of cheap family gossip. Kat wants to control the narrative. She wants the brand to exude elegance, sophistication, and exclusivity. She is looking at Chelsea turning their family trauma into public content and realizing that this could permanently destroy the prestigious image they have worked so hard to cultivate. We have to look back at that organ donation live stream to truly understand the friction between these two. When Chelsea decided to put that deeply personal, highly sensitive medical journey on camera, Kat was absolutely livid. For Kat, that was a sacred, terrifying moment of survival that resulted in severe surgical complications and intense physical trauma. It was not a marketing opportunity. But Chelsea saw engagement metrics. She saw viewers, comments, and shares. That live stream was the catalyst that proved how fundamentally different their philosophies are. Chelsea saw a viral moment. Kat saw a gross invasion of privacy that cheapened their brand's core values. If we pause for a moment to look at the educational value of this situation, it is a classic study in brand equity versus short-term viral infamy. In the world of high fashion and luxury retail, exclusivity and reputation are your most valuable assets. Brands like Hermes or Chanel do not sell products by airing their executives' dirty laundry on social media. They sell a fantasy. They sell an aspiration. When you start mixing luxury goods with trashy, tabloid-style family drama, you immediately devalue the product. Customers might tune in to watch the train wreck, but they will not spend thousands of dollars on a handbag associated with a messy, feuding family. Chelsea is sacrificing long-term brand equity for a short-term spike in engagement, and it is a classic rookie mistake in business management. So, what we are witnessing right now is the brewing of a massive corporate civil war. Anita's sharp warning about the name The Nikki is merely the opening shot. It is a desperate plea from the older generation to maintain some semblance of class and decorum. But if Chelsea continues to push this envelope, if she keeps trying to weaponize their family's pain and controversies to drive website traffic, Kat is going to snap. The friction between them is no longer just a minor creative disagreement over leather swatches or marketing slogans. It is an existential battle for the soul of their company. What Chelsea fails to understand is that the public's attention is incredibly fickle. Today, they might be buying bags because they want a piece of the Fairmont Crest scandal. But tomorrow, they will move on to the next tragic story, leaving the brand with a tarnished reputation and no actual loyal customer base. Chelsea is so blinded by the immediate gratification of going viral that she cannot see the cliff she is driving them toward. She thinks she is outsmarting the industry, but in reality, she is playing right into the hands of a culture that builds people up just to tear them down. And my heart honestly breaks for Kat in this specific scenario. She is already carrying so much emotional baggage. She is dealing with the psychological fallout of her surgery, the tension in her romantic life, and the heavy burden of investigating the dark secrets hiding within their own social circle. The last thing she needs is to fight her own business partner over basic decency. Kat is trying to build a legacy, something beautiful and untainted by the darkness that seems to follow their family everywhere. She wants their brand to be an escape, not a mirror reflecting their ugliest moments. This brings us back to Anita. When Anita asked if they wanted to be disowned, she was not just being dramatic. She was issuing a very real, very grounded business and family ultimatum. Anita understands that once you sell your soul to the public for a few extra dollars, you can never buy it back. She has spent her entire life building the family's standing in this community. She has fought off cancer, she has fought off rivals, and she is not about to let two ambitious but misguided young women tear down that legacy for a handbag launch. Her foresight is unmatched, and if Kat and Chelsea were smart, they would listen to every single word she says. So, the ultimate question that hangs in the air is this: will the fleeting fame of scandal actually help Chelsea and Kat move inventory, or will it be the exact poison that destroys their partnership? If you ask me, Anita is 100% correct. You cannot control a fire once you invite the wind in. If Chelsea keeps pushing this controversy-driven marketing, they will eventually lose all control over their brand narrative. The public will own them. And in a world where image is everything, losing control of your story is the quickest way to lose everything you have built. I cannot wait to see how Kat retaliates because this fashion feud is just getting started.